Hello YouTube. After watching the new Christmas blown delivery on Race Groof's channel, I got inspired to try and replicate its spectral flame paint job and color, or get it as close as I could with over-the-counter paints. I chose to use the Chevy El Camino as my subject, mostly because it has a clear windshield and gold chrome base, which I thought would look well with the new color. To keep this video reasonably short, we're going to skip ahead right to the paint application. So here I have the car taken apart, paint removed, and surface buffed to a semi-shine. Usually when you do Spectraflame, the surface does not need a mirror shine to it, though I'm wondering if the blown delivery did have a mirror finish before the paint was applied. More on that in a bit. I'm using Createx transparent paints through my airbrush, around 20 parts red to 1 part black, and thinned down to a milk-like consistency. I very slowly start applying the paint, trying to get an even first coat. My airbrush is giving me a tad bit of issue, and trying to keep the car in frame and the airbrush out of frame, all while actually painting the car, was quite the task. Dry time between coats is pretty short, 15 minutes max. The paint goes on thin, so it almost dries instantly. I ended up applying 3 coats, but I'm only going to show the first, as it's pretty boring to watch. Here's the car at the end of the last coat. I set it aside to dry for an hour, and then apply a glossy clear coat on top. I'm using Testor's One Coat Clear Coat, an excellent product. Goes on fast and dries in minutes. I find that it's best to apply this liberally, almost to the point that it would start to run. If you don't, the finish will look blotchy, instead of that glass-like look we all love. Where I live, it's a bit cold out, so I place the part in an oven with the door open at 100 degrees to help everything dry. A second coat is not required, but I added one just for good measure. I then let it sit in the oven at 100 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. When the time was up, the car was perfectly dry, and I could inspect it for any flaws. As a regular repaint, I really liked the way it turned out. However, I was shooting for the 2012 Christmas blown delivery look, and this is not that. I made the color a little too dark and applied a little too much. I'm also starting to think that Mattel chrome plates the vehicles before adding the Spectraflame paint. That blown delivery is just so shiny. In fact, all the cars I've bought from HWC with the Spectraflame paint appear to be chrome plated and then painted. I'm sure someone out there can confirm or deny that. Anyway, let's put the car back together and see how it looks. And here it is. I'm going to leave the wheels on for now, but we'll probably change them in the future. Besides missing my mark, I really do like this color and look. I'm going to give it another shot with another car, so if you're interested in seeing that, please let me know below. I really wish I had stopped at 2 coats, as the Spectraflame look was lost in the 3rd coat. Ah well. Cars are cheap. We'll try again and maybe get it right next time. Until then, thanks for watching.